So we are back with another lesson from our drawing book. We have been learning how to draw from this book. We have done lessons up to lesson 5, and so today we're going to be doing lesson 6. So while we wait for people to join us, we'll just do a quick review of the lessons we've already done. All right, so forgot about this. So last week, after I finished doing my drawing lesson number 4 and 5, I had a cup of tea on my table, and when I was putting everything away and getting rid of all the setup, I accidentally knocked over the tea, and this is what happened. So we've got some little bit of damage on the papers, but thankfully it was the paper like from other drawings, so it's not, and none of the new paper that I haven't used yet wasn't damaged, so that's good. So yeah, so I'll just show you guys what we've done in the other lessons. Here we go. So lesson 1, we went, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well here. So the first lesson, we kind of just worked on spheres. And so we started with the apples and the balls and the tennis balls. And then the following, that was lesson 1 and 2. And then lesson 3 was a little bit more intricate, which was really fun. So we worked still on spheres, but we worked on perspective and 3D drawings. And then the bonus drawing that we did for that was this. So we did that. And then last week, we worked on lesson 4, which was cubes. So we got that. We worked on the cubes. Like I said, the paper got damaged because of the tea. But thankfully, I had already taken photos of it, and we did the live stream. So we had plenty of people watch the process. So it's okay that it got damaged. It gives it a character. So yeah, so this was lesson 4. This was last week. And then lesson 5 was using the techniques that we learned with learning how to do the cubes to do something out of that. And so we did an open box, and then we did a treasure box. So with that, I do want to add, because I'm learning. This is not me giving you guys a lesson. I'm not teaching you guys how to draw. This is not a tutorial. This is not no. I'm learning how to draw, and so people can learn along with me. So if you want to learn, you can learn with me. So before I start on lesson 6, I just kind of want to go over a few of the things that I feel like I maybe did wrong last week and how I can learn from what I did. So one of the things that I noticed looking back on my drawings, oh, sorry for the noise. I'm washing, doing my laundry. Probably should have paused that. But anyways, it'll stop in a moment. So how are you guys doing today so far? Is it sunny or is it cold where you are? It's pretty nice and sunny here now. Okay, so one of the things that I felt like I could have done better, and that is actually from one of the first lessons, which is the shading, is that I noticed that I did my shading going a little bit too downward. So it's supposed to be more straight that way so that it looks like it's on a flat surface. But this is the shadow is going down. So it shouldn't be going down. This one I did correct. This one is more straight. So it does look like the treasure chest is more on a surface, whereas that one looks like it's going down way too much. Hello. I think that's an Arabic name, so I can't read it. Hello, Malton. Hi. Hello, Muammer. Hello. Hello, Sukru. Gultekin. Hi. Hello, Zainab. Zainab. Hello, Burak. Hi. Hi, Ainur. Hi. From Turkey. That's awesome. All about B. Hi. Hi. Hello. Thanks for being here. So yeah, so another thing that I also noticed that I feel like I could have in the moment probably figured out a little bit better. I did have a ruler and was like measuring everything, but something I didn't measure or get right was the handle. So the handle on the treasure chest is a little bit too much to the side and it should have been centered. It should be centered. That's a simple little mistake. And then one last thing before we move on, I feel like the top of the treasure chest also had some minor mistakes. I feel like I needed to do these two lines a lot longer. Like this line definitely needed to be as long as that one. I think is a little too lower, but also they both need to be a lot longer so that it looks like it will actually cover the whole treasure chest once it closes, because if you look at it, it kind of looks like it's not gonna close on the whole thing. It's just, it looks like it when it closes it's gonna leave a space there. So in order to make it look like it'll actually cover the whole thing, I think ideally I should have made these lines a little longer. But I think that's it. We definitely learned a lot. We're going to be working more. I really liked how this ended up looking, to be honest. I was very happy with that because I did struggle with it for a bit too. For the lesson for today, we're going to be working with cubes. We're in the cubes. We're working more with more cubes, and we're going to keep using the technique that we learned last week with the dotting. So we're going to use more of the dotting and some more of the cubes, but we're just going to get more intricate with it, and it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Not as complicated, but just like it'll have a little bit more to it than just a square box. Zainab, Ainur says, oh, it's another language. Zenin Adinazil Okumus. I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I'm not even going to try. Zainab, also speaking in another language. I'm sorry, I wish I could understand. I wish maybe one day these chat stuff is going to have some AI thing that can translate different languages, which would be really cool so we could communicate with people of different cultures and languages. Zainab also, okay. Ainur says big like for your artwork. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Muammer says like. Thank you. Zukru, other Zainab, Iver, Ainur, Evet are speaking in other languages, so I can't respond. I'm sorry. Zainab, thank you for your little emojis. Muammer, very good. Thank you. Ainur, so you do drawing lessons? No, I do not do drawing lessons. I am learning how to draw from this book. So the lessons are from this book. And so I am learning. I'm not teaching. But I feel like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of stuff that I learned by watching other people. So I feel like you could learn by watching me and we can learn together. But I am not teaching. I'm not teaching. I'm not a drawing teacher. Zainab, I'm sorry, don't understand. Ainur, yes, sorry, we speak Turkish. So it's Turkish. Okay, cool. I do not speak Turkish. I wish I did, so I could understand what you guys are saying, but I don't understand. And Muammer, you made these? Yes, I did draw this stuff. So we're gonna be drawing some more today. So yes, I did do this. And I'm excited to do some more. Um, Isabeli Tosta, hello. What is your name? My name is Glorica Cortez. Nice to meet you and thank you for being here. Zainab says Yvette. I don't know what that means. Ainur says, well, amazing. Burak says something else I don't understand. Ainur says, I always support artists because I draw also. Oh, that's awesome. A fellow artist. I love that. I love that so much. Roy Rohan. Hey, I am from Bangladesh, but I am seriously... you were so beautiful. Thank you. I'm just trying to read. There's no... It's a little bit jumbly, but thank you. Appreciate it. Ever Versetti, Turkish is motherland. Muammer says support. Ever says support Turkey. Ainur says Evet means yes. Okay, Evet means yes. Okay, I learned something. That's pretty cool. Evet. Am I saying it right? Evet. Muammer says, how are you? I am doing great. I am always really excited to do these drawing videos because I just feel so accomplished at the end of them. I feel like I'm learning so much and I get so much more excited to draw the next thing every time I finish a drawing. So I'm doing pretty great. It's a drawing day. How are you guys? How are you? What is life like in Turkey? What is life like in Bangladesh? Zainab, I don't know what you're saying. Namaz, hi love, you're pretty, thank you, Namaz. And Jamal Ben Mihub, hope, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at like pronouncing names. D Hamal says hi, hello. Ainur says it's cold here. Okay. It's springtime here where I am, so we get rain and sunny days right now. And so when it's rainy, it gets a little colder, but I haven't gone outside today yet, but yesterday was very warm. But some days are, right now are some colder days and sunny days, but we're getting closer to summertime where it will be sunny a lot of the time. My friend Suku said you are so friendly. Oh, thank you, Ainur, for translating that. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love this. Same as here. Okay, cool. Okay, so with all of that being said, I'm gonna start drawing. So I'm gonna here set things up and then I'm gonna turn the camera down so you guys can see what I'm drawing. Okay, let's set this all up. And yeah, if you guys want to continue to watch the lessons and watch more of our videos, I also make live streams with my family. Yesterday we did a dessert with my mom. We did a live stream with her and my brother. So you're welcome to subscribe if you want to see more. And you can follow me on Instagram, Glorica Cortez. Okay, let's turn this around. Okay, so give me guys one moment while I set it all up. Okay, so we got our light. This is where you guys are gonna go. Muammer says, what are you doing? We are going to draw. And we're gonna learn from this book. Okay, so here we have our notebook. We'll start on this page. Okay. How is that? Oh, Ainur says that they also do realistic drawings. That's really cool. What kind of drawings do you do? Okay, so today we're doing lesson 6. And today is April 16, 2025. Okay, so Mummer says my English is very bad. Well, that's okay. You know, I can still understand what you're saying. So that's good. And Ainur says, actually, I'm an art teacher in Turkey. Oh, that's really cool. Well, if you're an art teacher, you're probably not going to learn much from me here because I'm a student. I'm learning. So hopefully you find this entertaining. Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to do the same thing that we did last time with the dotting. So we do a dot here. Hold on. Make it a little bit bigger. We'll do a dot here, and then we do... Actually, let's go a little lower. So the dot will be here. Okay, so we'll go over here, and then we'll go over here, and then we put a measure about halfway. We put a dot on top, and we put a dot at the bottom, right? So I don't have a ruler with me right now. I'll try to use this, and then we connect these lines. Together. Ainur says thanks, but I will support your channel, my friend. Thank you so much. That's really, really sweet of you. And Seher says hi, Glorica. Hello. Welcome to lesson number 6. Okay. You don't need to use a ruler for this if you don't want to. If you guys are just following along and doing it as well. No need for a ruler, but I just want my lines to be straight. Okay, now, is that noise in the background too loud? I'm gonna maybe pause it. Okay, I apologize. Hopefully that's better. Wasn't expecting. I was hoping it would be done by the time I was doing the live stream. Turned out it still has about 10 minutes left, but paused it anyways. Okay, so now we do 2 lines on this each side. And so we calculate and make sure that the line is straight. You can use the edge of the paper as your reference to make sure that it's straight going down. I am going to use this little stick to help me out. So we're only going to do like small, like we're not going to do a full cube this time like we did last week. Okay. Oops. There. There, and now we do a line, of course, in the middle, and the line in the middle is longer than the lines on the sides. Okay. And then we connect them, and then we can use the lines we already did as a reference to make sure we're not going off or up, or like to make sure it's equivalent to that line. And then same here, this is your reference line. I'm just trying not using the little thing as a ruler, just to kind of show that you can still do it without that. And the book does not teach it to be perfect either. They don't use a ruler, so it can be a little wobbly. We're just learning mostly the basics here. Okay, the noise thing is it's better now. Says Ainur, thank you for the feedback. Muammer says please don't forget to like the broadcast. Oh, Muammer, thank you. That's really sweet of you. Very good. Says here. You guys are speaking in Turkish, so I can't understand most of it. But I like it. I like it. I like that you guys are talking amongst you guys. Wish I know I could understand. But it's fun to see the engagement, so I appreciate it. Okay, so there you go. We have that. So next. So last time we learned how to do the cube using these techniques, and now we're going to be stacking it up. So we're going to do a line here in the middle and a line from here in this middle. And then we're going to do one from here, and then this one is also going to be longer than the side ones. So let's try that. I'll dot it so I know about where I'll do it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then this one a little bit longer. Okay, we are getting there. Sukru says you are so sweet. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. And then we do the same thing we did up here. We connect these lines. Again, you use this as your reference line, so make sure that it's going in the same angle as up here, that this angle is going, this line is going also the same way. Okay, so now we're going to do another one of these at the bottom. And so in order to do that, we do here a couple lines here going that way. So we use this as a reference line as well, so make sure that you're going the same angle, but don't stop here, just go a little bit further. So go a little bit further here. Same over here, use that as your reference line. Mine's not that straight here. Use this. And so also a little bit further, because we're going to connect it not here, we're going to connect it here. So I'm just trying to figure out how the angle will go, because I think it needs to go a little further. Okay, so Sahir says, what am I drawing? Oh, Ainur says, we already subscribed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Wow, you guys are so kind. Okay, so what am I drawing? I am drawing on it. It's called, in the book, it's called stacking tables. I don't know why, but that's what we're doing for now. And then after we're done this, we're going to use this lesson to draw something more unique. This isn't connected properly. We're just going to make the line a little thicker. Okay, so now we connect this to here and this to here. Okay. Thank you guys for the cute emojis. Muammer says you're welcome. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're done this. So you gotta make sure that this line connects to this line and not the corner. Okay, now we basically do the same thing with this as we did with this up here. So now we do the lines on the side. And then the line in the middle, this line has to be longer. It's not completely straight, so I'll use this just to get it straight like the other ones. There. And now we connect it. I think that's a little bit too thick. I want it to be almost as thin as the top one, so we're just gonna erase a tiny little bit. And now we connect the lines. We'll do it here. No, this line has to be longer. Sorry, my bad, you guys. This is a reference line, so make sure it's the same perspective, same angle, and then same, that's your reference line, so let's make sure we follow that as much as we can. Okay, and so this is basically lesson 5. After this, we just do the shading. So this is lesson that we learned from the beginning of the first lesson is the shading part. So we pick a light source. So our light source is gonna be here. That's light. So our light is coming this way, so we do the shading this way. And so we add a little bit of shading in the back. Muammer says, are you a teacher? No. Me, I'm not. Ainur is. I'm not a teacher. I'm learning. So I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing and what the book is telling me to do. So it might sound like I'm teaching. But I just kind of want you guys to understand the steps that I am following in case you guys also want to learn with me. But I am learning. I am a student. I am a student of art. I am a student of life. Okay. So we've got our shade. Maybe I'll make it a little, just a tad longer just because of the shape of it. Since it's tall, it would make a bigger shadow. Okay. So I had some blending pens, like I don't know what they're called, some blending tools, but they're not good anymore, so I have to get new ones. So for now, I'm using Q-tips. Hi, Nicholas. Sorry, I'm just reading a little bit here from you guys. So here says technical drawing. What do you mean? Nicholas says hi. He says, do you take drawing requests? Yeah, sure. Not like today I won't draw it, but I'm happy to take requests because I am always doing live streams. And so I did, aside from doing these lessons, I also do other live streams where I just draw. And it's not a lesson, but just draw. And last time I did a penguin using charcoal. I might next week, for example, we're gonna take a break from the book, and I will be doing some other art stuff. But I don't know that I'll be drawing next week. I'm thinking about painting. So whether it's painting or drawing, I'm happy to take some requests. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do though. If it's gonna be painting or something else, I could also just do another charcoal drawing, but I do want to make a variety of art videos, so maybe we'll change it to something else. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really do like charcoal and I enjoyed it, but I think change is good too. So I'm open to trying other artistic mediums. So yeah, next Wednesday at 2 p.m. I will be live again and I will be making more art, but it won't be lessons from the book. It'll be a break. The Wednesday after that, in 2 weeks, I will go back to this book and then we will do lesson 7. And then we will continue to do that. I'll probably do like 2 weeks of the lessons from the book, and then on the third week I will do another art piece. I'll draw or paint or something else, and then we'll do another 2 weeks of the lessons, and then a week of something else, and etc. Does that make sense? So I'm just doing the shading here. I'll blend it in a little bit. Mommer says, you draw beautifully. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Blue Rock says, can you show me the sample picture? Yes. That's what we're drawing from the book right now. Okay. So after blending this, we're basically done with this. And then there's one last part. It's like a bonus challenge thing that every lesson has. So we're going to do that. So we use this, what we just learned how to do, and then do more of this. I don't know that it'll be just like more exciting than last week, because I really did enjoy doing the treasure box last week. But I'm just gonna put my glove on so I don't smear the pen marks. Moamer says brush pen. Yeah, I know. I don't have one. I had some before, but it's way overused, and I have to get a new one. Eventually, I hope to do that, and I will. But this is still working, you know? Sometimes you just have to use what you have. And this is what I have. Okay, just trying to make it a little bit darker up here, and then we'll be done with this. Okay. There we go. So there we have it. Lesson 6, you guys. We did that in 36 minutes. Well, less, because we spent like 10 minutes talking at the beginning. So that took about like 20 minutes, let's say. So pretty quick and easy to do. So now what the book is asking us to do is to do that a lot of times. It's telling us to just practice doing that like several times, as many times as possible, so that you get your hand used to doing the angles, going this way and that way, straight, and then angles and angles. And so it wants us to get like practice our hand coordination so that we just get better at doing certain angles. I'm not going to do that during the live stream because I think it'll be very boring for you guys to watch me repeatedly draw the same thing over and over again. But I will draw it on my own time. Hold on, I'll talk to you guys and I'll face you guys while I talk. So it's okay. So there you go. So I will, that's a terrible angle. So I will be drawing more of these on my own time, and so I can practice, because that's what the book suggests, and I think that's a good idea to get my hand kind of used to doing the angles and all that stuff. I'll do it on my own time, and then I'll share it on my social medias for anyone that wants to see it later. I do have a Patreon if anybody wants to join on there. You can join for free. I do post stuff there for free, and then I'll just post the practice stuff on there. Because I think it'll just be very boring to just watch me repeatedly draw the exact same thing over and over and over again. So we'll skip that for today, and then I'll do it later, and then I'll show it in social medias and in my Patreon. So for now, since we're done that, Aynur says, sorry if we spoke too much Turkish, but we are friends in my art channel, but we will support you also. Oh no, don't apologize. Talk all you want. I like it. It's lovely to see you guys connect and talk and engage with each other on there. So no need to apologize. Talk all you want. How do you say that in Turkish? To just talk all you want. It's okay. So yeah, so we'll skip the practice stuff. I'll do that later. But so now we can skip that, and then we'll move on. And so with the bonus challenge at the end of this lesson is kind of using what we just learned and creating something unique out of it. So here, I'll give you guys an example. So for example, with the spheres, when we learned how to do the spheres, we took that lesson and then we did this like very unique drawing. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take this and make something unique, kind of like that. Does that make sense? So that's what we're going to try to do now. So I'm going to turn you guys around again, and then we'll continue. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I am gonna start with doing that. So once it's the bonus stuff is kind of something like this, I'm gonna do it differently. The examples that the other students did is also very different. So we're just gonna create something completely unique, and I'm not gonna really plan it out. We'll just start drawing and see what happens. I'm gonna start it, let's see. I don't know if we should use the same one. No, we'll start with a new one just to at least get one more in here. So we'll do one here. We'll start with a big one and go a little smaller. Dot, dot, and then connect. You know, it's funny. It's like I was saying with the Q-tips, use what you have. This is like for my plants, like chamomile plants thing, and you put it so you know what plant is being planted. I'm not using it right now because right now I'm not planting chamomile. I just saw it there and decided to use it. Oh no, I keep messing this up. Hold on, let me concentrate. There. So Ainur, you say you have an art channel, like on YouTube, or where do you have your art channel? That's really fun. So do you guys just know each other from the art channel, or do you know each other in person? So again, use that line to connect this. I think that's too long. Is that better? Mohammed says, can you show your drawing? I don't know if, what you mean by that. Is it just like that? Is that better? Line. I don't know how. More drawings. Okay. I have more art in my Instagram account. I have drawings in charcoal and sketch and painting. If you want to check it out, this is my Instagram. It's Glorica Cortez. I also post a lot more of my drawings on Patreon for people that are able to support me there. But I also have a lot on my Instagram. And then in my YouTube, there's videos of my last drawing that I did, the charcoal. There's also videos of other drawings I've done too on my YouTube channel. So Burak says, what exactly is this picture? That is a great question. So this is not of anything specific, because we are learning from a drawing book. Right now we are learning the basics. So a couple weeks ago we did some lessons that we learned how to draw spheres. And then last week we learned how to do cubes. So we're learning our basics. So it's just drawing shapes. And so today we're just using the techniques that we learned to draw a cube. To do this, to stack more cubes and stuff on top of each other. So we're just getting a little bit more elaborate. But it's nothing like specific. Like it's not a drawing of anything specific except shapes, 3D shapes. That's what we're doing right now. 3D shapes. And next lesson that we do, which is lesson 7, we're going to do... So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change it up here. I'll make a smaller square here. So we're just using the lessons that we're learning to create something very unique. So right now I can just do whatever, as long as I'm doing these square shapes. Next week we'll get a little bit more cubes and square looking lessons. And then I think that's kind of it for shapes in the meantime, because I'm super excited for lesson number 8, because lesson number 8 I will learn how to draw a koala. Isn't that exciting? Well, I think it's exciting. Seher says, like this. Thank you. And Burak says, do you know any Turkish words? I know evet. I know evet now. Because Ainur taught me. But no, unfortunately, I do not know Turkish. I speak Spanish. I know Spanish. I know a little bit of French. And I know a little bit of Italian. But no, I just know evet and Turkish. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right, so. Where am I from, says Muammer. I am originally from Colombia. I was born in Colombia, but I moved to Canada. So I live in Canada. Canada. It's a little wonky, but I'm okay with it. I think this is good practice. I'm more concerned with what this is even gonna end up looking like in the end, because I don't know where I'm going with this. Ainur says, you're doing good with Turkish. Yeah, am I saying evet? Right? Kid, teach me some more Turkish. I would love to learn some more words if you want to. No pressure. Okay, let's... Okay, I'm gonna make this one a little bit thicker. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. Okay. It's a little wonky. This one has to be a little longer. Oh my goodness, I just realized it's so quiet. I forgot to put the music on for you guys. Let me put some background beats. Now we'll get a little more creative. And maybe we'll do one over here. No, I don't know. Hold on. Let me think this through. Maybe. Okay, so we're going to do a little I don't know. I want to go this way, so let's go that way. Let's go that way. There we go. So maybe longer. We'll do it longer. Yeah, let's do it longer to make it a little bit more fun. Maybe we'll do like a twisty. Should we go under or up? Go up. We'll give it a little bit of a shape here. And then I have to try and figure out how to connect it's going that way. We'll probably want to connect square that goes this way. Okay, we'll do this way. Okay, this needs to be thicker. And then this, we'll do it here. And then it'll connect to it. You guys are probably so confused and like, what the heck is she doing? Okay. We are having fun with the shapes. That is what we're doing. Okay. I think I figured it out, how to connect it. And this right here connects this way. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So the thing here is that I'm not really using a specific like reference photo to do what I'm doing. I'm using a reference photo to get ideas on what to do, because you're supposed to just get creative and do your own thing based on the shapes and all that. So just trying to figure that out. Okay, next I'm going to do more. Hold on, let me read that. Muammer says, when do you open a live stream? What do you mean by that? Like, how often? Like, when do I usually go live? I usually go live on Wednesdays. Okay. I think I should have, maybe I'll fix that later. And then that is gonna go smaller here. And then here we'll do another shape. I think this needed to be moved a bit more. So I'm gonna move this corner, needs to be, we'll move it more this way. So the corners align. I wonder if, because here you're technically supposed to only do okay, I'm gonna just switch it here. No. Yeah, that feels better. Not good enough, but feels better. We'll go back to that later. I just want to figure out first what I actually even want to do. Before we try and make it better. Okay, so I nurses, we normally open a live stream in my channel, but today didn't, so we go and support artists like me and you. Oh, okay, got it. That's very sweet of you guys to come and join me. Muammer says his battery's gonna die. Thanks for joining, and hope to connect with you again. Have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. Okay, so here, I'm gonna end it, this edge over here for now, just for now, and then we're gonna continue here at the bottom. We'll do another curve. We'll do it this way. This way. Okay. So you guys can see a little better, hopefully. Okay. Trying to figure out how to do this square around here. Looking at the reference, I know that we keep the line here. Maybe, okay, so maybe, okay, do that. Would that work? I'm gonna turn it around so I could just do it from this angle, because doing it sideways is complicating it for me. Okay, so we'll do it here. There we go. Much easier. Burak is good work. Thank you. Subscribed and sent a like. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Saidneb. Thank you guys so much. And now we'll just continue going around here. We'll make it smaller. Kind of like a robot. Okay, now we can kind of go back to this and fix it now that I have a bit of a better idea of how to do this. That's much better. Okay. I'm gonna do some shading and then decide if I want to add more stuff to it. I should have gone from there. There we go. Okay. So we have kind of a something here. Kind of do a little bit of the one dude. Hello, welcome. Says, dude, nice three-dimensionals. Your shading skills are really good. Oh, thank you. I student. I'm just learning, so I really appreciate that. I wouldn't consider myself that great yet, but I want to be. So I'm just learning here. I'm just using lessons from this book to create my own unique thing, whatever it is. We don't know what it is, but we're making something. Okay, and I'll do one last thing here. Sorry, just changed the music because it was a little too much. Okay. Okay, well, we did something. Okay, now we can get into the shading. I'm just gonna go over the lines real quick. And then we'll do shading. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna pick our light source. And shade it. I think I'm just gonna keep the same light source because I kind of want to shade this side a bit more to get rid of those lines. So we'll stick with the light source being over here. Okay. Got distracted there. I think this should have a little bit of shading too. Going very light with my pencil. So a little bit here too. This whole side needs shading. Maybe on this side too. This would be a little shady as well. Oh, I didn't finish here. This side too. Can do a little bit here too. Okay. I think that might be it. I might leave it at that. I think I kind of like learned the basics of it. was a bit of a struggle to get to it, but I was pretty happy with the end results. Especially after the shading. The shading just does so much to the drawing. It's so cool. Okay. There you have it, you guys. This was today's lesson. It was, in my personal opinion, not as exciting as some of the other ones, but still fun nonetheless. I also learned, and still learning. I'm still figuring out this perspective thing. Good at shading, but I think one of my weaknesses is the perspective. Okay. There we go. I'll just do a little bit of a close-up for you guys. So this is what we learned today. Our challenge bonus thing. And use the shading techniques and all that stuff. Oh, so sorry. 1 second. Okay. That's my bad. Okay, hopefully that stays. Okay, so we're done. I think it's one of the shortest live stream we've done so far. And this is the results of today's lesson number 6. I'm happy with how it turned out. Obviously, there's always mistakes and struggles in the journey, but there's always lessons to be learned as well. And I think I learned quite a bit, and I'm excited to continue to use the lessons that I use from each chapter of the book and use them for future drawings. So for next week, like I mentioned before, I'm going to pause, take a break from the book, and we are going to, this is the book we're learning from. So I'm going to take a break from the book for next week, and then next week I'm going to do something else. I don't know what yet. Maybe I'll draw, maybe I'll paint, maybe I'll do some arts and crafts. I don't know. I'll maybe do a poll somewhere, or maybe I'll decide something. We'll see. I don't know yet, but next week is something different. It's still art. We'll be creating and having some fun and hanging out. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll be back, and then next week, so it'll be that, and then the following week, so in 2 weeks, we'll go back to the book. And so in 2 weeks, our lesson is going to be advanced level cubes. So that's lesson 7, which I'm excited about, but more than anything, I'm excited for lesson 8, because that's when we will learn how to draw koalas. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how much we can learn by the end of this book. I feel like I've already learned so much, and I'm so happy. I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy with the company. I'm happy that so many of you have signed on and hung out with me during the live, and obviously also seen the live after it's posted, so you can always watch it later. So thank you so much for that. And for anybody that is interested, I do host hangouts on Zoom, which is free. If you want to sign up, the form is in the description below, and I do that every month. It's a different topic, and anyone's welcome to join that, and you don't have to participate. You can just watch if you want. And I think that's that. I think this is why I say my goodbyes. So yeah, so there you have it. These have been our lessons. Don't mind the tea stain. There you go. We've done quite some good work so far. So thanks for joining me, guys, and that's that. Have a great rest of your day.